Yeah. I thought I was going to see you 60 seconds ago.
What?
Remember you said we're going to go at 7:01. So I was just sitting there unmuted.
Waiting to see my face? Oh, I don't know.
I was waiting. Yeah, I usually I don't want to stare at my face just for 60 seconds.
I do.
So at about 7:01:20, I thought, yeah, okay, she's probably thinking we're going 7:02. So anyway, hey, here we are. Hi.
Hi, how are you?
Hi, Nancy. How are you?
I'm all right. It was an expensive day.
An expensive day?
Yeah, it was an expensive day.
A pretty cheap day for me.
Oh no.
Why was it an expensive day? What did you what did you purchase?
Quartz countertop.
Oh. Okay.
So anyway, in my kitchen, and everyone has seen pictures of my kitchen. I had all wood counters. The wood around the sink was purchased from IKEA, and it was not a solid piece. It was particle board with veneer on it. And no matter what we treated it with, it didn't last. It has started to fall apart.
Oh.
So it's falling apart, and it's all wet and stained and weird, and it's heartbreaking to look at it. But then the other day, the faucet broke, and I said, that's it. I'm not going to buy a new faucet and put it in that old. So I ended up going to Lowe's. Over the past month, I've been trying to figure out what to do, but I signed the papers today, and there better be some gigs rolling in. That's all I gotta say.
Again, on that note, let me just say that Time Out with Eric Cohen and Nancy Kelly is presented by Lowe's.
By Lowe's.
I had to give that little plug. As soon as you said Lowe's, I said, all right, we'll give them.
Why didn't I think of that? Well, anyway, so that's what my day was like, which it's kind of one of those happy, sad things, when you.
Yeah, I had a faucet issue myself the other day where I was shaving and somehow or another the faucet just came off. Yeah, so I'm like, great.
I'm water's stuck. Like doing this.
No, it's just I had to just like screw the faucet itself back on the handle.
Oh,
the knob. So yeah, so it made for a longer shaving experience, but we're good. We're good.
Well,
but
is that when you own a house, there are any number of things at any given moment that you could spend thousands on.
Oh yeah, no, I did own.
And my friend Deborah Ford, who's there, she knows she's not only a homeowner, but she's somewhat of a. I wouldn't say a construction person. She's definitely a painter, but she does do some construction stuff. And boy, she knows. She knows.
I wonder how many people in the chat right now do own their own homes.
Yeah, when you own a home, it's a thing. So, but see where the payoff is for me is my mortgage is way less than most people's rents. But it's just, I'm not complaining, Eric. I'm reporting.
You never complain.
I do.
You're not a complaint.
My daughter will tell you I complain all the time.
You know what we call that in Yiddish?
Tell me.
Kvetching.
I knew it was kvetching. I knew that. But that's a part of the culture for women to be like blah 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 blah.
Oh, it's not just women. Believe me, men kvetch too.
Yeah, really?
Oh, sure. You kidding me? I've done my share of kvetching. Absolutely. Let's say hi to who's joining us tonight. I saw Jonathan Knapp right out front. Good evening to Jonathan, who's enjoying us from his living room. Of course, my darling Renee Maccabee, who is
do tell us. I mean, is this like a just a friend or someone you like?
Yeah, we're just friends. Just friends, as the song says.
Just friends. Lovers no more.
Well, we were never lovers to begin with.
But, yeah, but it's a song that I
know. But
not like before.
But we'll be lovers eventually, Renee. You know that. No. And of course, what fascinated me the other day was the fact that we were chatting about our respective birthdays, and our birthdays are 4 days apart. And then I thought to myself, wait a minute. Her birthday is October the 12th. And that's when I texted you. I said, wait a minute.
Yeah.
Is it your birthday? So you and Nancy, or you
So
and
what
Renee.
I am I'm a triple Libra, meaning
Wait a minute. That's what Mark Winkler said that last week. He used the term triple Libra. What exactly?
Well, that means
is
your
it?
sun, where the sun was and the moon, and they call sun, moon, and rising, which makes me a pain in the butt.
I think I'm a 1.5 Libra. I have no idea. I really don't know. But no, Renee and I love talking about our signs and
There's quite a lot to that.
there is.
There's a lot to that. Everything is vibrating. The universe is vibrating. We're vibrating, and where the unfolding is happening when you are born pulls all, helps set up what your personality is like, and all those things. That and the DNA that you inherit. But it is
Right.
true. It's a thing.
Yeah, it
I mean,
is.
we're not separate. Some people seem to think that they're separate from everything, and they aren't. We're just all one big vibrating mass.
Great way to put it. One big vibrating mass.
Well,
Yeah.
we are. It is. It is.
I don't want to leave out our other viewers. Deborah's here. Frank.
Frank. That's Frank. Hi,
Frank
Frank.
is here. Mark Matthews is here. I know Joe Cortini was here at the start.
Joe said he went out to Tiny's last night. I was thinking of you.
Tiny's in.
Yeah, that show. He said it was great.
Whoa, wait, the show?
There was a show at Tiny's with Mags.
Oh, I thought you meant the show is called Tiny's, and I'm thinking,
Oh no, I'm sorry. Tiny's is a club in Utica. It was at one time a very thriving jazz club.
I'm thinking Tiny's. Are you still thinking about the Naked Boys singing from last week?
Oh, no.
Sorry. If you missed our show last week, go watch it on our YouTube channel and you'll check it out. Hey, Mary Jo Spillane is here. Mary Jo, how are you? It has been quite some time. Donna Pacini has entered the chat, and Frank is joining us from Barcelona.
Barcelona,
where it's what is it? 1 a.m. there? Midnight?
I don't know. Hey Siri, what time is it in Barcelona, Spain?
In Barcelona, Spain, it's 1:09 a.m.
Yeah, that's what I thought. 6 hours. That? 6 hours ahead.
He's a trooper.
Good for
that's a showbiz trooper right there, folks.
Thank you, Frank. Thank you for joining us. By the way, why are you dressed like it's still? Do you realize we had a couple of 90-degree days here this week?
Because I had to cover up my. Yeah. Oh my God! Yes.
You have to cover up what? The hickeys on your neck?
No, it's actually you forget that I live on the water, and it's always about 10 degrees cooler here than it is in Syracuse.
True.
However, the heat wave did devastate me. I had no air conditioners in, as I was doing my kvetching on Facebook all over the place. And
for those who don't know, we broke a record here on I think it was Tuesday. I think we hit 92 degrees, which was the highest we had ever hit for that date.
It was horrible. My bedroom was at 85 degrees, and there was no way to cool it down. None whatsoever.
85?
Yes,
wow.
85. I've been miserable, but I'm fine tonight. I'm happy, and I'm especially excited to bring on this woman.
Let's keep her waiting. She's already been waiting for 25 minutes.
I want to bring her on. I think Maria is a powerhouse music industry, Central New York. She runs her the big band, the DeSantis big band. She is an amazing event planner. She's one of those people that can do so many things at once. And she's provided so many people in Central New York with so much first class entertainment.
Absolutely. She provided the entertainment for my wedding.
That's what I heard. Maybe you'll talk about it. So why don't we bring her on?
Why don't we?
Let's do that.
I'll let you do the honors, and let's see.
Let's hope if she can figure it out.
Let's see this lovely face. Well, no, this is typical. We usually have We have a few moments, and then we will get to see our guest pop up on the screen. I'll keep an eye on my text just to see if I told Maria to have her sister there, because I know her sister has given her some help, giving her some technical assistance. So says she's connecting to audio, and in fact, I actually saw Maria earlier today. Well, I saw her. We actually kind of did a little quote unquote rehearsal for about a couple of minutes. We didn't want to dive too deep because I said, wait a second, we're not doing the show now. So
Here she comes.
And looky, here she is. There's always that drama that builds, and then sure enough.
Oh, we can't hear you.
We need you to unmute. Uh-oh.
Coming. It says it's connecting to the audio. I see it.
All right. Can you hear us, Maria? Can you hear us? Uh-oh. All right. This worked for us earlier today. It does say it. She is connecting to audio. So all right, we'll give it. Let's wait.
No, we don't hear her at all.
Yeah.
There's no one there can you text her to ask her if there's.
Yeah, I'm gonna text you. You can hear.
I'm gonna send her a thing in the chat.
Let's see.
Look for the
mic
icon.
Unmute.
And unmute it.
Folks, this is live right here. This is what happens. All right, so we just bombarded Maria with 2 separate messages. Look for the mic icon and unmute it. I just said, can you unmute? And
is she on a Mac, do you know, or a PC?
I don't know. But I do know that when we
we enjoy looking at you, though. I have to admit.
Yes. I could call Maria right now and all right, let's see. Folks,
why don't you?
She's on a she's on a Mac. Does that matter?
Okay. So run your mouse along the bottom of the Zoom window to find mic.
Okay.
Icon.
I'm hoping that she can run your mouse. I'm hoping she can even see the chat.
Well, she's answering me. Or is she answering you?
Oh, no, that's right. She texted me. She said headphone. Yes, lower left. Headphone join. She just texted me headphone join audio. No. All right, let me type in the chat. Yeah.
Why don't you just call her? Just call her up. Call her up.
Okay. All right. This might be a first.
This is a first.
All right. Here we go.
Put her on speaker so we can hear her.
Oh.
That's what I get for not being a laptop user. I can't find it.
Is your sister still there?
No, she's not.
Oh no!
Oh no!
So you're flying solo. So on the lower left, does it say? Is there a mute mic? Is there a microphone that says?
No.
There's not.
No, I'm looking all over the place here. Up at the top where it says meeting and all of that menu, maybe is it on menu?
Well, no. You should have some options at the bottom of your screen.
If she's on a Mac.
Yeah.
I think it's a Mac.
I mean, I'm on a Mac.
Apple on there? Yes, it's a Mac.
I'm on a MacBook Pro. So, so yeah, on the lower left, it should say
Why don't we have her hang up from that and take and do it with her phone?
Start again.
Well, no, we've got you. I mean, again, this is going to be easy to fix. Because we know once we fix this, we're not gonna be able to shut you up.
That's true.
Yeah.
You're absolutely right.
So do you see anything where you see the word mute with a microphone?
No, you know what? I've lost you guys now here somehow.
You're not seeing us.
Nope, not anymore.
Uh-oh, but it looks like you've got someone there
Yep.
that may be able
You
to
can see me, but I can't see you.
That's weird that I don't understand why you can't see us.
That is so strange that you went away.
And we rehearsed this earlier, and we saw each other, and we chatted, and
All right, so we don't need all this small talk. What we need to do is figure out how to get her connected.
Okay.
I think that you should hang up from the computer and do it on the phone. She can answer it in the mail. Click the link on the phone and just come on that way, maybe.
I could do that.
Well, try it.
okay. We
I'm
can.
gonna do it.
All right,
Okay.
we'll try that.
Bye.
Okay,
Bye.
bye. Okay. Boy, I don't know. That's so weird because we specifically,
I know.
we did do that like little rehearsal to avoid something like this happening earlier today, and she popped on the screen. I popped on. I said, Maria. She heard me. I heard her, and see, I was under the impression her sister was not leaving town until tomorrow. So I thought that if there was any troubleshooting needed, that her sister would be there to help.
All right, let's try this other one here.
Now it says 2 people entered the waiting room. Oh, what is this? Oh, is this going to be her on the phone?
Maybe.
Says we've got 2 people in the waiting room.
Hi,
Well, we hear you.
can you hear me?
We hear you very well now.
We can hear you, but we cannot see you this time. Yes,
There I am.
we got it.
right.
Let's
Let's
go-
just do this.
We're gonna
let's
go
not
with this.
Worry about the other. It looks great.
Hi,
It looks fine. It looks fine. You're wearing, I don't know why you're wearing a Yankee.
I am wearing a
Here's-
Yankee jacket in honor of my father.
That's okay. I know. Your dad and I got into it because I'm a Mets fan and he was
I
a
know that. I
diehard
know
Yankees
that.
fan. So anyway, ladies and gentlemen, the great Maria DeSantis
Yay.
is here.
Hi.
Hello.
Hi, Nanny.
How he yelled at me because I had a sweater on, and I'm glad you have a jacket on.
I know I'm going to have to take it off soon. I'm sure it'll be too warm, but for now it'll work.
Trust me, things tend to get hot in here. So you may have to take it off.
That's all
Um,
right.
Look how long your hair is. You got the COVID
I
length.
know. I got the COVID length. It'll be a little shorter soon. A little shorter soon. It'll be there for now.
It's pretty. I like it, Law.
Thank you.
Don't you? I miss being able to put my hair in like a little ponytail or something.
Or something, right?
Yeah, I miss
It was
that.
like the least of the problems, was the hairstyle, at least for a while, right, Nan?
You know what I found myself? Here we go already, Eric. I'm sorry. What
It's
I
all right.
found
You
myself.
ladies just talk about hair. It's all right.
What I found myself doing today was I was in Lowe's, which I already talked about. And like
You really want a sponsorship, don't you?
Yes, half the people had masks on, half of them didn't, and I
know.
still wear one and probably will, because even if I get something like the flu from them, I don't want it. So anyway, I thought I don't want to ever take off my mask because I'll have to put makeup on. And I don't want, because your mask is covered, and then there's my glasses. I mean, I don't need
I
makeup.
know. I wear my glasses too, but it's funny to not have to put makeup on. I'm going, oh, I need some gum. Oh no, I don't. Because my mask is
You know what I love reading about. It was like throughout all of last year and people not going anywhere, that not only was there not an issue about putting makeup on? But I guess so many women just love the fact they didn't even have to put a bra on.
Oh, well.
Yeah,
that-
I'm not a fan of going
Is that-
without at least a sports bra, but that's maybe
Okay.
too much information. But
All right,
that's,
well,
I'm not a
our
fan
show-
of that.
Our show gets into that area sometimes, but so
Does
you know,
it?
What is it? We're people. What's the difference?
people.
We're people. We got boobs. We got things.
we do. And I know Maria's got she's got a full piano behind her, and
I know you can't see it, can you?
Well, you can move it around and show us. You've got some of your Sammys there now. We'll get into all this stuff. That's a beautiful. You made a beautiful setting there, Maria. That's perfect.
Actually, some of it is usually there already.
Oh,
but
that's great.
of course, when you use the piano, you can't have all this stuff.
Don't tell me it's a grand.
More
I
than
want
a
one so bad.
display case.
Do you play piano?
I do play piano, Nance. In fact, I hope to put some time in again. I started playing when I was 4.
Me too.
And as I got involved in theater in high school, the piano kind of went away. Of course, my father was the piano man. So
I was going to say, did Daddy teach you?
no, my grandpa, Professor Thomas DeSantis, taught me.
Oh.
And I don't know if you know about him. He came from
I
direct
don't.
from Italy. And do you know who else he taught?
tell us, please.
Larry Arlotta.
Oh, that just is an incredible story.
We know that name.
And they were buddies. He was the first piano, he would have been the first piano teacher. All the old school Italian classical, the right way to do everything.
Yeah,
kind
but
of
was
thing.
he a good disciplinarian? That's
Oh
important.
my God, are you
It's
kidding?
so important.
He was a taskmaster.
It's so important.
And,
That's why Larry played so well.
Yes, and he also
He did that.
taught Bill DeCosmo.
Bill's another wonderful pianist.
How about it?
Yeah.
How about it? Isn't it funny how it's all connected? And of course, he taught my father.
I was going to say,
and
who
he
plays
taught-
in the band now for you?
Jimmy Cox has been
Oh,
with us
Jimmy's
for a while.
Jimmy's
Jimmy has
wonderful.
been really with us, Nance, for a long time. Like if my dad didn't want
Yeah,
to play,
because Dad
he'd come in
had
and
to
play.
kind of, yeah.
But we go way back. He and I used to play as a duo back in 1980. There was some little place as you're coming down 92 there past Woodchuck Hill Road. Was it called like Fiddler's Green or something? And I haven't done tons and tons and tons of club work, but Jimmy and I used to always play as a duo or whenever it was something small.
He's a wonderful pianist behind a singer.
And just the nicest
Wonderful.
man.
And such a gentle soul.
It was my father was playing up until about 2016. And for a while there, as all these transitions go forward, I would have he and my dad there together just so it kind of, he got a feel for the whole thing. And of course,
get it.
Jimmy's contemporary playing at his B3 feel goes a long way. And he's just I can't begin to tell you that I think that if he wasn't the guy that took my father's place, I would have given it all a
he's
second
perfect.
thought.
Wow.
Because
perfect for
he's
that.
such a dedicated, loyal person and makes it so easy. There's so many different kinds of things that we do.
I was thinking about it before we went on, and I thought one thing that is a fact is you surround yourself with the absolute best.
Thank you, Nancy. That's really nice of you to say. Again, my dad had the absolute best from when I was a little girl running around. He really, in the Pompeian Players Orchestras, which were huge, 36 pieces, 24 pieces, whatever, a score of a
36.
musical,
So you mean strings and everything? All?
everything.
Oh my
everything.
goodness.
So, we had a lot of relationships from that particular thing, which he music directed for 42 years. But, I remember Ed Vizino and actually Frank Mosher played on the dance band, I think, too, with him way back when.
He's a bad little boy.
And a bad
Ed
little
Vizino.
boy. And,
I used to play a record of his at the radio station.
Yeah,
The Ed Vizino Big Band. I had no idea that you.
Yes.
Uh,
And
knew
he
Ed.
also taught in the parochial school band program, which my dad started in the 50s in all the Catholic school system. And,
He had such an impact on Central New York, your father. Such an impact.
I was, as I have been watching, I have to play catch up because I don't get too much time to just sit and listen. But Scott Dennis's stepdad, Bill Britton, who has passed, was my dad's trumpet player for a bazillion years before I got there.
Oh my Lord.
Isn't it too connected?
Well, there's only so many of us around here, I mean,
it's true. It's true.
Only so many to pick from, but you always have the best ones.
Well, wow. You know what, Nance? I think, that is the key, isn't it? The players. And, and someone to lead them, I think.
So do you consider yourself a big band leader now? Because I did.
I do.
I think you are. Yeah.
I do. My dad really let me call it for quite a while now. I actually have owned the band as my own since 1992. Wow. That's a long time. Yeah.
Yeah, I was still in college.
And, when you have the players that we have, and, since my dad hasn't been there, Joe Raposo takes over and conducts when there's conducting necessary and allows me to
I bet he loves that.
Run the event and do all that. But, I have to say, I can't say enough about the team of people, especially in these last couple of years, which have been extremely difficult for me in the caregiving department. And they really made it happen. I was like halfway crazed a good amount of time and a little bit off my efficiency game, and you still had to make it happen. So I feel extremely fortunate. We've always had a good, my father had a good business model behind his orchestra, and some of his great lessons have been in that regard. So, we care about the players, I think, first and foremost, and we care about the clients as well, giving it its legs and longevity and changing within our framework across time, not too far out and not too meeting the need. We're there. We're a band for entertainment and for special events and concerts strictly, and smaller groups as well. So, we've stayed in the lane. That was one of his favorite, quote. He's got, oh God, we could be here for an hour talking about his quotes, but stay in your lane is what he used to say. And I use it all the time when talking to young players and singers. What
does that mean to you? Stay in your lane.
Stay in your lane. I think what he meant was, find what you're good at, work on the things you want to be better at, but know where you belong. And I think the more you embrace it, there's 100% room for trying new things and all of that. But in the framework that this band has existed in, it's a pretty specific niche. It's a lot of great jazz people. Right. We all love jazz, but the longevity is due to a book that is beyond belief in every decade.
Oh, you have to. You would have to, especially in Central New York. There would be no way around that.
And
I remember when people used to like me when I did like the Frank Sinatra stuff. I did in Central New York, when I was doing all the Frank Sinatra stuff, people really liked it,
Well,
and then I got more into jazz, and now it's like my little cosmos is smaller around here.
But that's your lane, Nanny.
Oh boy, is it ever.
And it's fabulous. No one does it the way you do.
Oh, thank you.
So
ain't that the truth?
yeah, and
There's
I
some
think-
good young singers out there, though.
yes, there are. There's a lot of
Really,
good
really
young
killing.
singers. And
Really killing.
you
Who do you
know,
like?
oh my gosh,
You listen.
um,
I have to force myself to listen.
well, you
I
know
want to
what?
listen to Dexter Gordon and Sarah. Other than that, like if it was made after 1950, I usually don't listen to it.
I was, I've told Eric this, I've kind of been an absentee human for a while, since my dad passed, just to get myself together, my health together, my rest together.
Yeah.
And, honestly, I haven't really listened or done a whole lot of anything. It was not my way, but it was the right way for me
You had to do
for
it.
this past year.
You had to do that. Yes.
Yeah.
You had to.
I don't know. And as we were going about our business, so much to do within the sadness. And, then the second loss was realizing there wasn't going to be any work for all this time.
Yeah,
And
but did you guys get unemployment? I was thinking about Mark Capani, and I'm hoping somebody got him hooked up with some unemployment.
I think Mark's health situation has got him covered, actually.
Oh, wonderful.
And but I think it was very interesting, Nancy, because I have been so focused for so many years on the whole team of people.
I know.
I'm focused on what I'm doing and how it affects the whole band all of the time. So, the kinds of things that I choose and refuse, and it's always been about them. And all of a sudden, we all had to fend for ourselves out of the,
Well,
in the blue sky.
Nobody saw it coming, and it was an adjustment that everybody had to make. And it's just nice to see that there are gigs starting to happen again. And
Well, that was going to be my next question. So you ask her, Eric.
Uh-oh.
Well, I'm going to ask her, but we've never gone this long into a show without me sharing a picture.
Please, yeah, picture.
Uh-oh.
Let's see the band we're talking about.
Well, this is an important weekend because
That's right.
it was just a coincidence that that Maria is joining us today, because yesterday, May 22nd, was the 74th anniversary of the beginning of the DeSantis Orchestra. And
That's
I hope
amazing.
Maria can see.
Oh,
I know you're on your phone, but Maria was nice enough to share some amazing photos
what a
with
cool
me.
picture. I want to know who they are. Who's the drummer? I got to know who the drummer is.
Oh,
I
God.
Can't remember.
I don't have the people. I don't know the people.
I think you know the guy at the piano.
I know the guy at the piano, and Curly
And that's Joe
Bertrand.
Raposo in the horn section. No, I'm just kidding.
No, Joe wasn't there. Joe's been around us over 50 of it.
Right.
Joe's been with us over 50 years. We were trying to figure it out recently, and it's 50 something years.
Oh, what
Jim-
I would give to hear that.
And where was this picture taken again, Maria?
Okay, so this is at the Lincoln Auditorium in the old Central Tech High School.
It's not there
And-
anymore, is it?
It is. They're remodeling that building, and
Wow.
I'm trying to find out if that auditorium, which was acoustically incredible, I remember going to concerts there with my grandpa and dad. And I thought, wouldn't that be the greatest thing to do a concert in that
Yeah.
space in honor
Eric,
of
could you
something?
find a picture of that space? What's it called again?
Well,
Like-
Central Tech High School is
Central Tech
still
High
at the
School
corner
auditorium.
of Adams and Salina. I
Okay.
think it is.
I'm on it right now. Yeah.
I want to
So-
show everybody because this is an amazing space, and I can't imagine how wonderful it would be to do some concerts in there, especially if it's got good acoustics.
It does. I'm sure it went to ruin for a while, Nancy. So I had asked some people to check in with the city for me at one point in time, not long ago, but I didn't follow up on it. but I am going to follow up on it for a variety of reasons, because next year would be the 75th anniversary of the orchestra playing.
Gotta
so
do
it would be the perfect place to do something interesting, and, honestly, we don't have tremendous amount of opportunities to play just our jazz book, just the jazz book, just the.
And who arranged
standards.
those? Are they are they stock stuff, or did
no stock? My father came home one night and said to my mother in the 50s, as I understand the story, I will not play stock arrangements any longer. And what he did was a fabulous percussionist, late percussionist from the Syracuse Symphony, who used to teach at our DeSantis Music School, was Len Carey. And Len Carey hooked my dad up with Jay Owen, who was part of the Army band. And he was getting out of the Army early, or out of West Point early. And my father hired him, gave him an office in our South Salina Street First Music Store, which was across from Sears. And all he did for 2 years was write a book for my father, which became the basic book for the DeSantis Orchestra, a dance band book, Nance, mostly, of the tunes of the day.
Well, I had an interesting. We had Houston person on it, and he and I were talking about when people used to dance. Part of what happened to jazz is people no longer dance to it.
Well,
and we need to get people dancing again.
That would be lovely. I know a lot of people that would like that.
Right?
My
Amen.
sister, Andrea.
Amen to that. Yeah. Did you see the picture?
Yeah, we're looking for the auditorium. I've seen pictures of it. It's
Oh, you're looking for the auditorium. Oh, see, I could not find.
I don't think you'll be able to find it. It's been a long, long time.
I've seen the pictures of it all ruined and looking just so sad.
And also, Eric, I don't know if I included it with the picture because I think I was going to try to make a JPEG of it. It was a PDF, but there's a program from May 22nd, 1947.
Yes.
Some vaudeville something, and introducing the Maria DeSantis Orchestra.
Yes,
May 22nd.
You did send that. I think. Was it the? Yeah, it looked like. Let me.
Probably was with the picture. I don't know if it will come up. I didn't know if it would come up on screen if it was a PDF. So.
Wait, I got a picture here.
No, I think I know which. Let me.
I got a picture here. I could just share.
It's probably sideways, unfortunately.
Yeah, that was the only thing. I saw that and I'm like, I don't. Okay, yeah, I've got it. I've got it right here, so I can.
I don't know if people can see this. Can I share this? It's just an amazing thing. That's all. It's just amazing that something like this.
Yeah. You go ahead, and then I can share with
sitting here. It's just
wow.
sitting. It's just sitting there.
See,
I know.
You did a better Google search than I did. Gee. Wow.
Look at this.
Are you kidding me? Look at.
That's in Syracuse, sitting there right now.
It's phenomenal, right?
It really is. I mean, the outside doesn't do justice.
Look at I wonder how many seats that is, Maria.
I'm, you know what, Nancy, you have my word that I'm about to find out.
Oh, good.
I know who I'm going to call at this.
Yeah.
And as I'm dying over it. That's just the one thing I'd like to do.
Wow.
If it comes to pass that that's part of the restoration of the building, I would be in seventh heaven. I'd be in 75th heaven.
I think this was what you were referring to, Maria, right? The sideways program.
I think I don't know if the front is right side up or not. I'm not sure. No, it's sideways.
No,
but
they're both. Yeah. Anyway,
we could talk forever about that gorgeous old auditorium. My God,
really.
And it just occurred to me that I have not yet shared I have not yet shared a photo of your dad, and I want to, I want to do that now because I know there are people in the chat who revered him like like we all did, and so I'm gonna. Oh God, there's so many good ones to choose from. What about your dad? I mean, this is just
Oh, that's beautiful.
a man.
that's-
Just reminds me of my own father. Just a
Yes,
man,
he
Beautiful.
does.
just so involved and so in tune with what he's doing, and just a pro's pro.
Is he having a toddy?
No, he wasn't.
Yeah, what is that?
We're not like the Toddy family, Nance, but he
I
is.
know.
If you
I
look,
am.
are you having a Toddy?
Of course.
If you can see where that is the old Hotel Syracuse. Can
Oh
you
my
see
gosh.
that?
Is it?
Yeah, and
Yes.
he's got his leftovers there.
Yeah, he must be, here's the way I have it figured, after when his walking started to go a little bit due to the polio thing, they
Oh.
used to bring him a little snack up on the bandstand so he didn't have to get up and down from the bandstand all the time.
That's
Oh.
adorable.
Oh,
That
that's
reminds
great.
me of a drummer I used to work with that used to eat potato chips. He had a bag of potato chips on his bass drum, on his tongue.
Oh my gosh. And then another one which I absolutely love is this one, which I guess was right.
Oh,
Was
that's
this in front of
beautiful.
the-
That's down in Central. What do you call
That's
it?
at the Candlelight concert.
Candlelight, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And you're
that's
conducting. Yeah.
yeah. Oh gosh. I mean, the respect that he garnered from his musicians and from all of the clients he had over the years. They knew when they had the DeSantis Orchestra, and I can speak from experience from you having played my wedding 15 years ago
Lord.
in July. You knew that if you got the DeSantis Orchestra, you were getting a first class performance, whether it was the full orchestra, whether it was a smaller ensemble. And again, that speaks to the versatility of the band, because there's so many incarnations of the band. I mean, from just a trio all the way up to the full orchestra. I mean, everybody wants something different, really.
Well, you know what, Eric? First of all, I remember that 15 years ago like it was yesterday.
Yeah, me
And
too.
third of all, that you chose us when you knew everybody's, everybody. And in addition, that your dad had faith in it and loved it so much, meant the world to
Oh, I bet
us.
Ray loved that. Oh my
Yeah, my
God.
dad even decided he couldn't help himself, so he decided to steal the spotlight from. But Maria and Mario were gracious. My dad had a number of his musician friends there, so he actually took a few minutes and played piano at my wedding, which he didn't have to do. I said, "Look, we've got the great Mario DeSantis here. You have a day off, Dad." But Ray Cohen, being Ray Cohen, decided to play a little something, and he had a dear friend of his sing a song, and he had a guitarist play with him. So basically, you guys got a little bit of a break from the gig and got to watch other musicians play, which was, I know, not something that happens at every gig, but the whole
Not
day
every
was
gig.
it was memorable. It was memorable in every sense of the word. So
It was very fun. I
you
remember.
guys were just, you played everything, all different types of songs, slow songs and disco songs. I mean, you just brought out the whole book. Of course, the song that always sticks out to me from that day was Joe Whiting and Israel Hagan doing Mustang Sally. I will.
Are you
They-
kidding?
They nailed it. Yeah, no, I'm not kidding. You know Mustang Sally, Nance.
Oh no, I never heard of
Ride,
that.
Ride Sally.
Yeah,
had-
I didn't even. Okay.
They had. I just wanted to point that out. That's all. Just wanted to point that out.
You said who sang it? Joe Whiting?
It was Joe and I think Joe and Israel teamed up on that song at the wedding.
Perfect.
I can't remember.
It was
I
Joe.
wouldn't have remembered that.
I just know
probably,
Ronnie couldn't make it. Ronnie couldn't make it. But Joe was there, and you and Keith and Israel and your dad, and it was truly truly a day to remember. So hey, why don't you show us?
Thanks.
Why don't you show us? We talked about Jimmy Cox earlier. I know you've got something behind you that's got. I believe it doesn't say Jimmy though, but I think it might say Jim Cox. Can you show?
Yes, yeah, it does. I was recently, of course, one of the things during the time off was I was fortunate to have a garage cleansing. And
you ever had a cleansing like that, Nance? A garage cleansing?
let's say this. I've been in my house for 30 years, and there were things in that garage, in addition to all my band gear and the millions of sound systems and everything else, that were the previous owner's stuff. And so in the course of absolutely getting everything out of there, this little treasure came up here, and this must have been something I had made a long time ago. I don't know if you can see it. This side says,
yep,
it's backwards, right?
No, it's good.
Got it.
Is it good?
It's good. It's good.
And then the other side says, it was a fortuitous thing here, because I used to play with Jimmy anyway.
Jim Cox.
How about that?
That's great.
It's so intact. It was made out of something that didn't have dust and termites and all those things.
Gosh.
I'm just kidding.
I can't imagine. Oh, I have a shed. I have a shed like that I'm waiting for it to just crumble, to be honest with you.
It's the garage the house was built in 1930. And
is that the house you're in right now?
Yes, it is. It's
now, is that your house, or was that at the house you grew up in? Or
no, this is my house since 1991. I was so proud to own a house, Nancy. It's, you know how that all was. I thought I had hit the jackpot to do what I do for a living and own a home,
God.
And
Nancy has a lovely house, from what I've heard.
Oh,
yeah.
Invitation pending.
Oh no!
I think for the last 20 years, right?
Get in his flipping car and come out. He just wants to sit in his house and watch sports.
That's not true. Okay, I watched a little golf today. Okay, but now I have to come out to see the countertop, the new countertop.
Well, that'll be quite a while. They're backed up for 6 weeks or something like that.
Okay, but yeah, owning a house is it's.
I was talking about how no matter what happens in a house, there's a never-ending amount of things that could use $2,000 or $3,000 worth of fixing.
Exactly.
Never ending.
Never ending is true.
Maria, we have a comment.
I want to say that I started doing some of those things because for the probably since 2015, my dad had.
Oh, she froze up on us.
Yeah, Maria gets
there you go.
A little, there we go. No need to be nervous with us, Maria. It's okay. You don't need to freeze up.
I'm not freezing up, am I?
Well, you froze for a second. It's okay.
Oh.
You froze in the virtual sense.
Talk about the signal freezing.
Froze in the virtual sense.
Yes.
And so it seems like when I think back in what ensued in the years, going forward, doing anything in my house was about as low on the list, if it wasn't an emergency, as could be, because all of the time was spent caring, seeing to their needs, and also trying to get all these events and concerts off the ground. It was truly something.
No, you're a Wonder Woman. You are a Wonder Woman.
I don't know about Wonder Woman, but it's it was just one of those things. I felt like my dad deserved to be home, which is what he desired. And really there wasn't he wasn't really in bad shape until the year before he passed, when he took a fall that year before. So but two of them together, even with help and caregivers and things like that is really something else.
It's a lot.
But I wouldn't have
Yeah.
changed it,
Yeah.
even though.
How often did you find yourself there?
Well, they were good to go during the day. We had a caregiver starting in 2016 that was there in the day and got their meals and things like that. But Nance, my father and I talked 10 times a day anyway, during business time, about whether it was about business decisions or, charts and any, the usual things. So he would pick up that phone and call when he wanted anything, and
Right.
It's just habit. It's just what the relationship was, He was a friend, a father, a band leader, so it got really tough towards the end. My siblings were helpful, but one sister is in New Jersey and the other was in Yonkers, and my brother works in Binghamton. And so my sister, the psychologist in Yonkers, really was the medical manager of their lives. And without her assistance, I would be toast, basically. It was really something. But so, the third little thing that happened unexpectedly was that we lost my Down syndrome brother on Thanksgiving in the same year.
Yeah.
And so that was the unexpected part. And I needed a couple more months, when I talk about doing nothing, and this is, he was just
Yeah.
something.
They are the dearest people.
Can you see it? Can you
So-
see the love?
Is that by Onondaga Lake?
It is.
Yeah.
It is. I would guess it's over 20 years old, 25 years old. But it captures perfectly.
Oh.
And his presence, he wasn't always in a group home or in a place. So his presence in our life was a great leveler, as I call it. He was always there reminding you what was important, and that kind of unconditional love. He wasn't too verbal, but knew all of us, and had his favorite things that my mom used to cook for him, and all those things. So anyway, I'm coming out of hibernation here in May of 2021.
That's my next
For
question.
you.
We want. Oh, with us?
Yes.
Oh, I want to know when you're going to gig. I know you got some stuff booked.
We do. And honestly, Nancy, it's just come to pass. The confirmations have literally just come to pass in the last week or week and a half, So, so far we have 6 concerts. And and they will be at the Salve Geddes location where we've been for a bazillion years with the orchestra. At Lake Branningham.
It's a little reoccurring concert thing that you do?
Recurring for a long, long time through the generosity of Salve Bank. And a brand new show we were supposed to do last year at Lake Branningham up in the Adirondacks. There's a place called the Alders Gate Retreat Center. And that's going to happen, as far as we know, on July 9th.
Nice.
DeWitt, the town of DeWitt has a Canal Day celebration, and big stage, big system, really a nice show. And that's August 7th. August 9th is our small band at the town of Camillus. And several of those shows are with our true support from Geddes Federal Savings and Loan. They have been with us for quite a long time. And honestly, our concert series would barely be possible without them. And then in North Syracuse at Lonergan Park, a huge dance area.
People need to dance.
And a great huge park. If you don't want to sit close. It's so big, you don't have to sit close. And then our favorite thing of all time, I think this will be, let me think,
Sackett's?
19 years or 20 years at Sackett's Harbor on the battlefield on Labor Day Sunday. And so, there might be a few others. Most of these things in conjunction with, there's only a few places, as you know, that really have their act together in a big way for concerts in the summer with funding and grants and things of that nature. And Sackett's Harbor, the Historical Society, is one of them. And so I believe this will be the 20th year for us there. Well, not last year. So technically the 19th, but just so beautiful. I'm a fall girl. So that beginning of fall.
So what Maria is trying to say is it's time to fire up the van and get it going again.
Look at that. That's like
Yes.
1988 or something right there.
And look who's driving. Maria. Yeah. That's
Wow.
Frank that's Frank Moser, right?
No, I don't think so. I think Joe
No.
Corello,
Oh no, I'm sorry. Who's
Dick
the
Miel. Let me see
Where's
if I can.
Joe
Let me.
Corello.
Oh, no. Paul
Mr.
DiPastina,
Raposo and
Joe
Mark.
Raposo, Bill Christ. There's Mark, and
There's
there's
Bill on the trumpet?
yeah.
No.
Matt
Brian
Vacanti and
Scher is next to those guys.
That's right, Matt Picani.
Matt Vacanti stood in for a little while in between regular people, and Mike Cortese next to him. The late Jim Mosier, Nancy.
Yeah,
Do
you know
see
what?
him?
Maria, I said Frank and I meant to say Jim. Yeah,
Jim. Yeah.
Jim Mosier. It was right next to you by the drivers. Yeah. So
So that was van number 2 in the DeSantis Orchestra history. The first one was a silver, I think it was a Dodge van, nicknamed Mario Speedwagon.
what?
In the 80s.
Get out. Come on. Really?
Yes,
Only musicians would come up with that.
of course. Only musicians would come up with it. But,
Only
oh my
musicians
God.
would come up with that.
Too many
You
laughs.
guys must have an absolute ball. It must
It's
just
pretty
be a laugh.
fun. It's pretty fun,
Oh, you know
So-
what? Nancy's going to get a kick out of this one because this is not something you see every day. This is Jimmy Johns without glasses and with hair in this photo. Can you see Jimmy over there holding the drumsticks, Nance?
Where's my Jimmy?
There he is.
You see him?
We've had a lot of the orchestra shots done on that staircase. It
That-
totally lends itself
And that's of course at the Landmark.
at the Landmark.
Who's that guy on the far right, Nance? I think you know him too.
Schwazik.
The Schwaz.
Or as he's called, Schwaz. No, I'm not
What do
gonna-
you call him? The Schwaz?
Never mind.
Okay. Yeah, no, that's a great photo.
Yeah.
Actually, I do have a more recent picture of I kid about Jimmy, but there's a oh gosh, where was the picture with is it this one right here? Actually,
With the 5 of them, it was like a studio shot, right? It was my dad, everybody was sitting around him like the king.
Yeah, although you know what, you sent me so much good material though that I do have gosh, I do have this one right here that I don't think I've shared yet, which has like all vocalists and your dad
That's from
off
the
to the side.
palace. Yeah.
That's Gary Branch, and who's that young guy to the right? For those who don't know,
That is Michael Rinaldi. He loves the old stuff. He sings some of it, but I have lots of great singers of the real stuff. He sings anything from the past 10 years and
Right.
very well, I might
Yes.
add.
Hmm.
Just an extraordinary young man who is a team player and a hard worker, does the work without you asking. I feel fortunate.
That's so fortunate to have a person like that. Just
Really, as well as,
ugh.
Keith Condon, the rock of the
Yeah.
whole section there. We've literally been singing together for 40 years.
Mm.
And Gary Branch is a wonderful man and with an extraordinary gift. Nance, we've done enough little things over the years. My father loved bringing extraordinary talent to the stage. And there's more to it when longevity is and a specific type of work where they're expecting certain somethings are involved. And so not everybody fits the bill to be part of the team, even if they're fabulous at what they do. So, it depends on what I'm being called on to do.
Right.
There is,
Love these.
I know, aren't they
Well,
something?
Joe Furlow called me before the show. He said, if you don't get my picture on, you're in trouble. So there's Joe Furlow right over Ronnie Lee's shoulder there in the background. And Jimmy Cox, right. You can see him next to the street.
Look,
street
people
sign.
are dancing, Maria.
People are dancing
Are
there.
they dancing? They are.
They're
In
dancing.
Armory Square. Yeah. But you shared so many great pictures, and I said I would try to squeeze as many in as I can. You also did share some audio files as well, and
Just a couple. They're older. Take Me Out to the Ball Game has got to be I don't know. We always.
Yeah, I was
end some
wondering,
of the
Nance, it's baseball season. Do you mind if we hear a little bit of "Take Me Out to the Ball Game"?
I would love to hear anything.
Courtesy of the
Yeah.
DeSantis Orchestra.
Boy, you can tell that this is old when you hear the recording. I mean, the recording is old. Like, we're so fortunate how recording has come. Where recording is.
How old is it?
Oh my gosh. It's either from the 90s. Some of the stuff has been in the book forever. I think it's from the 90s, actually.
You know what's funny
Early.
though? I have tunes from my records that I have to. People love certain things that you do.
Yeah.
Yes.
So
They-
true.
It doesn't matter how many times you've played them; they want to hear them.
They do. That's how it goes.
It's just, and we're sick of them. Like, but we like, okay, I'll do it.
So,
Let's hear it.
to you baseball fans, here's a little "Take Me Out to the Ball Game."
That's not my phone, is it?
Who's on drums?
Not Jimmy.
Whose chart is that?
I think that's a stock show.
All right, we're gonna just fade that out. So, who was the drummer?
I think. Oh my God! I think it might be Jimmy. Jimmy did some of it, but gosh, it's so long ago. I can't remember who the drummer was on it.
It's okay.
Yeah, I hear you. And that was a stock chart, but the band.
Yes,
sounds
that
killer.
was a stock chart. Very few, but my dad loved his.
That's a
New
great
York
chart.
Yankees.
Yeah, he loved his.
Isn't it swing? It does.
Oh,
it
it's
does,
great. Well, sometimes we do that. Sometimes Dino plays that before I come on, but we do an organ trio thing that's like,
Ooh,
hey, Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
Um,
yeah.
it's funny. I joke. Nancy and I were joking when Nancy mentioned Lowe's earlier, and then I said, "Well, tonight's show is sponsored by Lowe's." But seriously, one of the things that you have been so great at doing over the years, and you've established so many great relationships. Yeah, yeah. Please take that Yankee
I
stuff
know
off.
the Yankee jacket's getting warm.
Is you've established so many great relationships with local businesses and sponsors, people who have
amazing.
sponsored your concerts over the years. I mean, I wonder if you could just expand on what it's meant to you and the orchestra to have made and established so many of these connections over the years where people year after year continually say, yes, I would be happy to help you out again, whether it's Christmas at the Palace, whether it's the summer park series. You guys have done an amazing job with corporate help.
Well, and the thing is, Eric, is it's gotta work, because we're not a not-for-profit organization. It's a business it's a regular business. And it goes back to my dad, actually, way back when, said, actually, when he was mayor in the village of Salve.
Salve, yeah.
He
I
had a
remember
lot
that.
of.
He
I
was
do
mayor
remember
when
doing
I
those
played with him
things?
at the fairgrounds.
Yes,
He
remember
was. I
that?
remember all that now.
You played with the mayor, Nance? Wow.
Right. Oh,
It was
my
like some kind of fundraiser, right, Nance, for his mayor
something
thing?
in the Empire
Oh,
Room.
God.
It
Wow.
was
Forget
a
that
fundraiser.
part. We like to forget that part of our life.
Yeah, we're not talking politics. Like I said.
No politics.
No.
Anyway,
Anyway,
the sponsors, I just want to say that, without thinking through, my father came up with the idea, and we kind of tossed it out there and had a few things happen. But I kind of took the idea further and developed a package of marketing that I sold to them. And, in the case of the band and orchestra, it's not like you can just go anywhere and ask them to consider it.
yeah, sure.
They have to be, honestly, they have to value live music as a gigantic asset to the community before you even walk in the door, because you're competing against very worthy causes.
Yeah.
Sure.
Imagine
Yeah.
how
And-
Frank Malfitano feels.
Exactly.
Imagine.
He was the master of it back in the Jazz Fest days. I was on the board for a while in
Yeah.
the late 80s
Well,
into
he was
the
lucky to have you there.
90s. And I enjoyed being there, and seeing how it all came together, and made a little microcosm of it for ourselves. So in the municipalities, they don't do their summer concerts with the type of budget that can bring a band that's operating full time into the picture. So, honestly, the thing that was the greatest detriment to our playing caused me to create a way where we partnered with them and were able to play in some of these places for like 30 years straight, right?
Yeah.
So, and then as it came along, when I thought that I was, I had met someone who might be interested, some of them came about as a result of playing people's weddings out of town. Our Little Falls,
it's always all about networking. Always.
the two companies that sponsored us in Little Falls for years and years, both came about as part of weddings we had played with the band. And
Wow.
there was some weird synchronicity happening, but I am really grateful. I go all out to give them as much publicity and visibility for their they're honoring live music, basically.
Yeah.
And it's really brought us this far because we simply couldn't play in those places. So ironically, what's happening now is that if, those that are still on board, after this horror of a year, we're kind of back to where we started. We're back in the saddle again because they were sort of self-created from the beginning.
Mm.
So I don't know. I don't know what's going to happen. I can't even speculate. But I'm going to go about it, with the greatest respect to my father's legacy. We did talk about it not long before he passed away.
Mm.
And he wanted me to stay in my lane.
Ah.
And
I was going to
hopefully-
ask you how you see yourself moving forward now. That was something I wanted to ask you. I mean, you as a woman,
me as a woman,
you as a musician.
I have to
do you
tell
want
you
to
that
stay in the position you're in with that band, or
I will stay in that position that I'm in with the band because I care about the livelihoods of 5-6 of us that are full timers, However, it's my sincere desire to sort of take a step back and find my own voice, believe it or not, Nancy.
That's why I asked it. I wondered because
and-
the pandemic gave us all a chance to really look inward. And what do I want to do next? What do I, was
I'd
I
like
happy
to,
where I was? Do I need to change
Yeah.
what I'm doing?
I need to change the pace at which,
That was a great lesson it taught us. Yeah. Well, that happened to me. I was driving 400 and 500 miles a week to my teaching studio. And now that I can do this all at home, my stress level has really gone down, and not to have to drive 400 and 500 miles a week to my studio.
it's,
So I learned that.
I don't love, I like in-person meetings even with clients, but Zoom is really wonderful to meet
But I don't
someone
live in
that you talk to
Syracuse.
on the phone.
Yeah.
I know.
So that's
know.
hard. And I, anyways, my focus is, I have students all over the country, thank God, because of Zoom, and all over the world for that fact. So it's worked out well. I'm happy.
There's a lot of
sitting here.
there's a lot of things that there's a lot of positive things that came of it. I mean, everybody had to learn a little bit of new technology.
True. Yeah.
I guess I need to get a laptop so I can make this even better.
Oh God, if you've got an iPhone, you can do anything, really.
I know. But I'm wishing good things. I'd like to incorporate part of what keeps it going too. Eric probably knows this part, Nance, is that I have a team larger than just the band, and so people that are looking for liturgical or church type memorial music, listening music, classical music, and then the guys play.
Hey, they also play in synagogues too.
Yep, there we are. Look closely at the person in the trumpet section on the far left.
Let me see if I can zoom. I just kind of zoomed in, so maybe Nance could get a better look. Far left, Nance.
Is it Meg?
1981.
Is that Meg?
What'd you say?
Is that Meg's?
You got it.
It is.
You got it.
Look
I
at
knew
Joe
Nance would know.
Raposo in the first, in the center of those saxophone people.
Oh, look at Joe. Look at him with his bad.
Now, Maria, a
Yes,
question
John.
for you. Next to Joe, is that John Spillett on the end?
It is John
Oh my
Spillett.
God, you're right.
With the stash. Yeah. Okay.
And the
Love the pants, Maria.
like the pants.
I knew she would
like,
say that.
I look like a belly dancer.
I know. I love it. I love the color.
Yeah. But anyway, you were talking, I didn't mean to interrupt, but you were talking about how the band does so many different various
You know-
settings like liturgical gatherings and stuff. Keep going.
So, it's kind of a combination of event business, but from the music standpoint. So, it allows, I think the band has a pretty specific niche. And, that we've had 20 years go by here, it seems, of music. And if I don't feel the band is the right fit, I never, ever put the guys in that position of going to something where we're not the right fit. But sometimes a jazz trio and a harp and flutist for a ceremony or a cocktail hour or for a corporate event is the right thing. And so those small little events in the private sector really and truly make a difference, and it keeps everybody working.
Yeah. Well, that's all you, girl. That's all you. You do that. You create that. You have a very keen vision of what it takes to keep that alive.
Well, and I think we all have to be willing to look at the cues as they come at us going forward. And I would love to play piano again, Nance. I was a classically trained pianist. I got started at a really young age. My first singing was as in the role of Amaryllis in Music Man, the little girl taking the piano lessons. And I think back on it, and I think, you go into your high school and college years. I wish I continued. And, I'd still accompany myself in terms of learning and singing and all that, but I wouldn't.
You're doing better than me. I can't even do that.
I mean, do you
really let it go? Bad.
Do you ever think what you would have done in your life had you not been the daughter of
That's a great question.
such a iconic musician?
Look at the look. I love it.
She
fell off her.
It literally made her fall over.
My
I mean, you and I have talked plenty of times, just like Nancy and I said to you earlier today when we chatted briefly that the two of you are probably my two favorite people that I always had a chance to speak with whenever you guys came by the radio station. And now having a chance for the three of us to talk all at once is just, it's special for me. But I guess that's a question I don't think I've ever posed to you, Maria, is what could you have done, or what could you have envisioned your life path going down had it not been music related?
Well, I didn't know that it would be music related for sure. Right. It just sort of came about, and it came about in a couple ways. First of all, I have a degree in counseling, psychology, and and also a minor in business and sociology, and I have 2 unfinished master's degrees in counseling and business.
Never
MBA.
knew this till now.
And I got involved in music, and that was the end of that. So honestly, I think that I would, honestly, I still consider.
She'll come back.
Gone.
She'll be back. There she is.
There she is.
There I am. Was I gone? You guys were was it me that was off, or you were?
Maybe we might have frozen for you, and then you froze for us. But
okay.
But the 2 unfinished, I've known you almost as long as I've known Nance. I never knew about the unfinished masters.
Yeah.
Amazing.
The other thing was I was studying voice in New York with some people that I was sent, people we knew, all kinds of different things. One was more like a coach and, help pick music. And the other woman was Adrian Angel, who coached Broadway people. And my friend Richard J. Alexander had connected me to.
But
And
that was good because you were into theater, so that was good.
I was into theater at the time, but still it was a whole different bag going down there. You know, do you remember when those flights were $29 going to New York?
I know it.
Oh my
Well,
God.
People's
Oh.
Express.
And People Express.
People
Exactly.
Express. I just came
And
back to you.
And so, you know, everybody that you study with in New York, I was looking for coaching, and I liked going out of the area and not being tied to my roots and seeing what people were going to say to me about me. So, you know, everybody was like, you got to move, you got to move. Well, at that pretty young age, I knew that moving wasn't for me. I didn't think that it was that was the lane for me, because there's more to it in New York than just being good at something. They're all good, and they're all way better than I felt I was at the time. But what I did recognize is that having a vehicle like my father's orchestra to utilize, to perform and create events. And I just, I was not a bar person or a drinker. It's not that I used to go to clubs to see all my friends play, but I didn't even feel badly about it because I went the direction I did because it suited me better.
Mm.
And I really felt that I recognized the value of having the band right there with great arrangers, Jay Owen, Joe Raposo. We've added, Peter writes, Bill Palange will write every once in a while. People will write. I recognized the value of it right when I was young. And I just thought that together would be better than, at least for one of the things I would do musically. I didn't go too far with musical theater after that.
Mm.
I really preferred music and band and performing to theater, to acting.
Wow.
But you're such a natural on stage too. I mean, it really you feel very at home there.
I do.
I
do. I have a little sign on my refrigerator. My dad used to have it in his room as well. It says, "Think audience." You get the joy because they're your people.
Yeah.
You're there to give it whatever you got from the man up above. So
we all love a stage, that's for sure. The three of us.
I hate being on stage.
Oh,
I do. I especially hate big stages.
all right. Well, forget that I said that. Hey, Maria, as we're kind of winding down here, I know there's some other things right on the piano there that I would love for you to maybe share with us. I know you have a couple of aren't there a couple of ladies on the piano?
You want to see the ladies?
Oh,
Yes.
the ladies.
Yes. Maria knows what I'm talking about, and yes.
Here's a lady.
Yes.
Look at her.
Oh my God, that's beautiful.
One of my lovely sponsors brought her for me from Europe.
Right.
Absolutely beautiful.
And
That's a
I
work of
love
art.
her stance. Isn't she cool?
I
Oh
know.
my gosh,
Yeah.
yes. Beautiful.
And here we go, Nan. This just happened to get added.
Keep calm and sing on. Oh my gosh.
And this was a gift of
Oh,
Oopsie.
it's okay.
Oopsie.
That's all right. We got you.
I was plugged in. That's why that happened. This is from the Condons way back when, as a little tribute to all those fancy things we were playing here. And this girl's got little apple cheeks, just like.
You put it closer to the. There we go.
Oh,
There
look
she
how
is.
cute.
There
Yeah.
she is.
Um,
That's her. Here's my
and then you've got
one
a
of my
bunch of.
favorite pictures. This is from 19. I don't know if the glare is gonna.
No, that's good right there. Yeah.
I love that.
1997 Jazz Fest in Clinton Square.
I love that. Oh my
Is
God.
that the cutest?
Wow.
You know, I was looking through your pictures the other day. I said, you look a little bit like Liza Minnelli. Yeah, you do.
You read my mind again. Yes. Yes.
Hopefully not as crazed, but and then this is one of my favorite covers. I don't know if you'll be able to see this, but it says
Father
knows
Father
best.
knows best. Oh, yeah.
I remember that issue. I remember when that came out.
Boy, the new times, huh?
Yeah, right.
Making giving us such love in our careers and
So supportive.
right, Nance, you've been
So
there
supportive.
a bunch of times. So supportive
Yeah.
in
Yeah.
every way. And
Maria,
Nancy,
go ahead.
do you remember the Onondaga Lake waterfront extravaganza with Jackie, you and I? Do you remember at Onondaga Lake, that event that went on from like 88 to 92? And we sang the Boogie Woogie Bugle Boy Company.
Oh, I remember that.
Oh, please. Is there a recording of that somewhere?
I don't know.
Donna Pacini wants you to sing, but if I know, but where can she hear you sing? Are there any places that she can go and listen? Are there any videos or things?
There are a few videos. This is all going to change because I'm finally putting together the website that should have been done 5 years ago. But I hope you'll come live to hear us in the summer where we can all celebrate outside. The first event is July 8th and July 9th. We will have a schedule posted on Facebook and on
I was going to say, where
website.
can everybody go and find this information?
And it will be, it's not out there yet because literally we just got these confirmations within a week.
I hear
you. You know, I couldn't even talk to any sponsors early because there was nothing to tell them earlier in the year, but usually, we'll, on Facebook, there's always something that announces one at a time. Greta Gallivan does my really nice work on Facebook, and we have a schedule posted in various places as well. So it will be out there. You can join our email list if the current website, even if you want to send us an email and join the email list. We have a big email list.
Oh, I bet you do.
And
hey, I finally at the end of the show found a great picture of you and Nancy in the same photo.
Really?
Nancy and I got a title.
Is it from the Boogie Woogie Bugle Boys?
This is Nancy in her little like she's wearing a little military attire singing Boogie Woogie Bugle Boys.
Come on.
He's lying, Nance.
Would I ever lie to you, Nance?
No, but you fib to get me upset.
So no, I just happened to do a little searching on Maria's Facebook page and came upon.
I don't remember that whole thing. The Onondaga. What is this? Oh, that's from one of those luncheons that we all got together.
Oh my God, that is such.
I can name everybody in this photo, I think, except for maybe one person. Tommy Rosano's kind of cut off a little bit, unfortunately, but there's Nance and you and Gary.
That's the Syracuse Mafia right there.
Holy cow.
Right, you got Frank next to Frank, DeFonda and Malfitano. Mark Hoffman, and then you got two Marks on the end, Doyle and Hoffman.
Now, why do I see these blue marks on there? Are you seeing that?
I don't know.
Blue marks?
Yeah, the picture's covered up with like some blue. Everything that you post, I'll have to show.
Oh, you know what? I see it on. I'm seeing it on my Facebook feed.
I wonder what that is.
You know what it is? I think it's the. Wait a minute. How about I think try. Let's
That's
see.
good. And then there's another one because we can't see.
You know what? You know what it is? There we go. It's the picture of like the three of us. I think now it should be gone. No,
Yeah, it's gone.
it's gone.
I don't have it. It's funny.
Anyway, now we can. Now nobody's like blocked away. Now you can see Nancy
That
and
gentleman that your hand is up around, he sings in your group too, doesn't he?
That's Gary Branch.
Ray Brandt.
Yeah, I had just met him there. He's
Yes.
so charismatic.
He's a wonderful man.
Yeah.
He and Ronnie Lee were on the road together, Nancy. You remember that? I don't know if you would have known that day, but they were on the road together for years in the 60s, I think.
Sale?
Maybe 70s. I think it was Sale. Yes. They were great. They're great friends.
And of course, Nance, you noticed, Mary Jo Spillane just asked, was the Onondaga extravaganza in the big white tent?
One of them. That
One
was
of them.
one of the venues at the lake.
I don't know
was
why
the
I'm not
tent.
remembering that. I don't.
And then there was a big main stage where they used to bring more national acts. And then we would play on the last day, we would play there with the orchestra. It was one of the first opportunities we had to like do a show with the orchestra. Lots of past things.
Onondaga Lake, I just don't remember it. I remember when Jazz Fest started in Onondaga Park.
That was Long Branch. This
Long
is
Branch.
the actual, like where the marina is now. They would put up a stage, big, gigantic stage in that. I don't know if it was in that parking lot. I can't quite logistically remember it.
I can't remember it at all.
Three of my very favorite people.
I remember that day very clear.
Grimaldi.
Look at this. Grimaldi's.
Wow.
It's the Ronnie Lee Christmas luncheon.
Yeah.
Yeah. God, Nance, you just look so good in leopard print.
Yeah.
You do. You do.
Well,
You
Well,
Um,
guess it's my thing.
you look good no matter what. Both you ladies always just look amazing.
No, you don't. You haven't seen me in the morning.
Well, I
And
come
you
by
haven't
your.
seen me. You haven't seen me from here down either. So there's the pandemic fat.
Oh gosh. Oh, stop. Let's not talk about losing pounds. I gotta keep.
Yeah, I know it's been.
Maria and I were talking about that, about walking and how important walking is, and sleeping, and getting our all of our metabolisms in order. So,
in gear again.
yes, absolutely.
Did you do a lot of walking during the pandemic? Did you go out and walk quite a bit?
I did.
Yeah.
Did. Right in those couple of months after we lost my father, my eating went astray.
Yeah,
For sure. It was the
too.
pandemic. It was, and it's taken me a while to get it back. I got a little ways to go.
Yeah.
And but I really honestly think that the fitness part of it is almost more important than the actual
Oh God, yes.
number.
I always walked. I walk three or four times a week. I do a couple miles. That's pretty good. It's pretty good.
And weights. Got to do those
I do
weights.
weights.
Yeah.
But I
Yeah.
don't know. I'm getting old, Maria.
Yes, we all are, Nance. We all are, Nance.
It's hard.
So
Except that little Eric Cohen.
please,
He's a baby boy.
yeah, Eric
He's a
Cohen.
baby.
He's a baby boy.
Eric Cohen is on the precipice of 50. So I'm
Wow.
running out
My
of
daughter
light
is
here.
older than you.
You're running out of light.
Well, normally I have a light on in here and I have like a light on in the kitchen, but it's all right. You can still see me, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. I thought we'd kind of maybe wrap by taking a little a short listen to some more music from the orchestra, this big band medley that you shared with me. Anything we should know about this medley?
Well, my dad had it written a bazillion years ago for dancers, all of the great swing tunes in one little place. And if that was your thing, boy, it certainly paid off. It's long,
Yeah.
You know,
Well, we won't play all of it. It's 6. Yeah, it's like 6.5 minutes, but we'll play about a minute and a half. And again, people who've never experienced the DeSantis Orchestra will get a little taste of what it's like to hear the band live. So let's enjoy their big band medley. If I can, let's see. I got to pull it up here on my.
Just pull that out on your desktop. But that's okay.
Yeah, I should have done that. Let's see.
I saw it.
Where's the big band medley? Right there. There we go. Let's do it. Here we go. Oh, you know what? We're going to take 2 on that because I had turned the volume. I had faded the volume down on the last song. So, ladies and gentlemen, here we go again.
There you are, Eric, doing your thing.
Bye-bye Blackbird.
I know. I hate to fade it out there. It goes for another 4 minutes and 50 seconds, but that's just a little hint of the DeSantis Orchestra big band medley. What did we hear there? We heard, gosh.
In the Mood.
In the Mood. We closed with Bye Bye Blackbird. We didn't hear Boogie Woogie Bugle Boy, not there.
No. Oh my gosh, I've listened to it so many times I've forgotten what's in it.
Yeah.
I know. Oh gosh, I don't remember.
Oh my gosh.
There's like 9 tunes in it or something like that. Eric, I want to just make sure I say, you know this already, but I know Nancy will feel the same way that
my hair.
I want to thank you for your support over so many years, especially at Jazz 88. The interviews were always the best. Yeah, Nan? What do you think?
Yeah. No, I mean, it's.
Well, like again though, they weren't interviews though. When I had you ladies on, it's just like what we're doing now. It's just like when we chat on the phone. It's just it's a chat is what it is. It's not a formal interview. It's just 2 people, or in this case, 3 good friends just sitting around shooting the breeze and talking about the business and talking about fun times and music. And so it was my pleasure on behalf of WAER to always welcome you both into our studios with open arms and play your music. Although I got to play Nancy a lot more than I got to play you guys, because you never got into the studio. But that's another discussion for another show. So.
It is.
You probably could have found sponsors for that. I'll bet you anything you could have.
Unquestionably.
That's a truth, but there's just so many things one person can do,
Yeah, I know.
Well, but thank you for having me. And I want to thank the people in the community in Central New York for their kindness and support over this past year for our family, the many kind things and beautiful letters and cards. And it really meant a lot to us, even though I've been in silent mode over here. So
yeah, but I think everybody knows that. I think everybody understands that.
I hope
They do.
we got to come
You've
out
been
of,
through a lot.
explode out of hibernation here and bring the live music back.
It's perfect timing, really.
It is. It
We
is.
do. We do. So,
Wow. We're
this
over
is-
time.
yes,
It's all right. It was our pleasure, and we were
My pleasure.
we were
This is-
so looking forward to this. And
can't
I
thank you enough. Happy
really
anniversary to the
we
orchestra.
appreciate all
Thank
do.
you. Thank you. Hopefully we'll have to concoct some interesting things coming up for next year. So stay tuned.
And again,
Yes, you must. You must.
people
keep
can-
Yes.
going.
People can
Keep the music playing.
visit your Facebook page to find out the
Yes.
upcoming dates, right?
Yes, the Facebook page and the website, but not right away because it's
Is it Maria
undergoing.
DeSantis or is it DeSantis Big Band Facebook?
It's DeSantisOrchestra.com.
Oh, I'm sorry.
And then
DeSantis-
in the DeSantis Orchestra on Facebook, give us a like. We'd love that. And my own page, Maria DeSantis, actually has more peoples than the band page does. But together we get to a lot of people.
That's weird. Mine's the
so-
same way. That's
Yes.
the same way. That people want to just hear me mouth off. They don't want to look at the
I'm not much about mouthing off, but I
No,
do.
you're keeping a business going that you can't do that.
Well, anyway, Maria,
Very
you
You
wear
like to once in a while, don't you get on the phone and give them help?
Yes, I do.
you wear many hats, and you wear them all well, my dear.
Thank you, Eric. Thank you
So,
so much.
It's amazing.
Thanks
best-
again for having me.
Best wishes, good health. Look forward to the band back out doing their thing, and then of course a year from now it'll be the 75th anniversary of the orchestra.
It will. Hopefully, we'll all be rocking and rolling by then.
Let's hope. Rocking and
Let's
roll.
hope.
We never even got to talk about you.
Swinging.
Never even gotten to talk about rocking and roll, and you and
Oh
Nancy.
God,
and
we could do a whole other
That's-
hour with Maria
Well,
about
Marie.
different
yeah.
things. I mean, she's got
Okay,
more
we'll pick
stories.
a topic.
But no,
So
Nancy.
many stories.
Nancy's got dinner to get to. I've got laundry to do, I think, and we all have our Sunday evenings to get to. So, I love you, ladies, both. Thank you, Maria.
Thank you, Eric. We
Thank
love
you,
you.
Maria. It was wonderful to see you.
Thank you, Nance. We'll talk soon.
Okay,
All right,
girl.
love you, Maria and Nance.
Love you.
Have a
Bye.
Nance. I'll see you in a couple weeks. Have a great Memorial Day.
Okay.
All right, and you
All
too,
right.
Maria.
Bye.
All
Bye-bye.
right,
See ya.
thanks, guys.